What we got here today is quite possibly one of the most obscene ceiling fans I've ever featured on my channel. This is a Fanimation Palisade ceiling fan, dating sometime back around the early to mid 2000s. I'd say around 2001, 2002, 2003, somewhere in that ballpark. The fan is in a rust finish. Imagine verde green, but red tint instead of green tint, obviously. That's what the finish, that's the best I can describe the finish. It's pretty unique. 52-inch blades on each side. The blades are woven bamboo. I forget what the exact model number of these were. This is quite possibly one of Fanimation's most expensive fan that they ever offered. And these things were introduced sometime, I would say, around the early to mid 90s. The very earliest ones were 3-blade, and they're actually still made to this day. They retail for around $1,900 on average. So yeah, these things are definitely not cheap. And as you can tell, this is how humongous this thing is. It's definitely more intended to be used in a very high ceiling in a great room of sorts. Definitely unique design here with the fans mounted on horizontally on each side, which is definitely unconventional in terms of ceiling fan design. How this thing works is that the fan blades pull air in toward the center of the fan where the light kit is, and it sends the air downward and outward in all different directions. And I'm pretty sure you can reverse the fan as well, so that air gets pulled up into the center and then blown out the sides. The blade pitch on this fan is immense. I think the blade pitch is roughly 30, if not more, degrees. So obviously this fan is definitely not meant to go fast by any means. But the blades are opposite pitch. So the fan, as you'll see run, it will turn in the same direction. That way, so the airflow is a lot more smoother. A lot of, if the fans were to go in completely different directions, air cavitation would kind of make it run a little rough, I would guess. That's my 2 cents of it. The light kit on the fan is original, the globes are not. You could also get accessories for this fan as well. I believe this fan actually belongs to a buddy of mine, and when he got it, it has a monkey figurine that sits on one of the horizontal bars of the fan and hangs onto the down rod. This is pretty unique. You could also get other details. There's like a scroll kind of design that you could put on either side of the down rod of the fan, and I think there's also like a palm tree attachment as well. So these things are quite customizable. So for purposes of the demonstration, we're going to be using a variable speed wall control. That's the only thing I really had on hand to operate this thing with, since this fan draws 2 amps with the 2 motors. And the speeds are not really much different. It's slower and slow. So we'll go ahead and I'll just show you 2 speeds roughly. So this is the lowest speed on this variable speed control. It's kind of hard to hear with my whole house fan running upstairs, but of course, with the variable speed, the motors kind of have a buzz to them. I think normally these things come either on some sort of wall control. I'm not sure how many speeds the original wall control would have had. Maybe 3, I would guess. So. But otherwise, it's a real quiet running fan, no bearing noise or nothing. We'll turn it up a little bit, even though there's not really much of a difference. And we'll go ahead and take it up to full speed. Yeah, as you can tell, this fan barely does 70 RPM if I were to guess, maybe even slower. But that obscene blade pitch that the fan has, and these super wide oval blades, I mean, the fan still moves a pretty decent amount of air. Like I said, the fan blows it all out the sides in the center of the fan, since the air is being sandwiched in the middle of the fan and then forced out in all directions. But pretty unique concept. And we're going to watch it coast. Yeah, since the fan is mounted horizontally, you can tell the blades. Since these palm leaf blades are not really in perfect balance, that's why you notice them rock back and forth like that once they coast, until they find a best center of gravity for them to come to a rest to. But that's all I got for this one, so thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video on this 52-inch rust finish Fanimation Palisade ceiling fan from the early to mid 2000s. So thanks for watching, and I do hope you enjoyed this video. Like always, we'll be seeing you next time.